Here are 5 top tips to get you up and running when it comes to new players in Marvel Contest of Champions. Number 1 is promo codes. Kabam will give out various different types of promo codes, like they gave out you the opportunity to get a free champion very recently in the early bird specials. Also, from time to time on the web store, they'll give you access to a code which will give you anything from 6 stars, 5 stars, helpful resources. And that is not all. As well as promo codes being a great opportunity to pick up some stuff for free, Kabam do give out free champions and movie tie-in 4 stars and extra loot. Number 2 would be joining an alliance. At some point in the game, you'll be able to join an alliance and you'll feel that you're kind of strong enough to be in an alliance. When you're in said alliance, you'll be doing things like alliance quest and alliance wars. And like this alliance here, they can be very chilled depending on what you want to play, casual or non-casual. Super crazy fun time, maybe looking for more people, so go and see about joining them. Being part of an alliance also allows you open opportunity to get loyalty and glory, 2 main resource for the glory store and as well the loyalty store. You might not get all of the stuff right here, but there's still helpful resource on your journey. Going in Marvel Contest Champions, it is not a sprint, it's a marathon. It is a long game that you play in order to get to the top, but there are some advantages that you can get a little bit further on, a little bit quickly. Number 3 is the Banquet Event. You might be hearing, if you're new to the game, about what this event means. It is a great fun event for a lot of players who invest in a small amount of units and therefore get a lot back in return. Now, I'm not saying you should spend all your units, you actually should keep a lot of them on you as you progress through the game, but even a little bit of an investment can actually give back a lot to a new player to this game. This is taken from last year's event, which had a holiday calendar and had an accolades based event. That particular event allowed you to pick up some other kind of helpful things along the way, and I'm sure that will be the same this year. But yes, a really fun event, giving out some fantastic things just by participating in it. Can see that you get a 7-star. Or if you're, lucky enough, if you're lucky, a 7, really lucky, a 7-star. But if you're new to the game, largely like a 6-star. But still, that could be your in to make some really decent progression in Marvel Contest of Champions. So at number 4, it's all about having one very strong champion. Yes, some people will say that you'll need a string of very decent champions, and that's the case. But if you've got that new one brilliant champion, a 6-star for the very first time, or even a 7-star, and people that are new to the game have picked up 7 stars right off the bat. Anyway, make that your strongest. That strongest champion can help you through very much the early stages of the game. Whether it's Act 1 to maybe at a push Act 5, you can see that very strong champion being the one that takes you through. It could be something like, I've got America Chavez as a 7-star for the first time, and that one becomes my new strongest champion that's been able to carry me through those early stages and can be very helpful to carry you through some other stages as well. But yes, there will come a point where you'll need to invest in a larger roster, covering things when it comes to evade countering, buff countering, power control, the list goes on, heal blocking, does bleeds, does poisons, does ruptures. The list is endless, but from the very early stages, if you're new to the game, just focus on that one strong champion to see through some content right at the beginning. And the final tip is don't spend all your units at once in very random things. One of the biggest mistakes I made when I very first started was investing in premium crystals they were in Marvel Contest Champions all but 10 years ago, and they weren't going to get me much nowadays with all the kind of fantastic things. 2 stars, 3 stars are not the things that are going to help you out get further in the game. So yes, those units are better saved for things like masteries. You'll have mastery points which you can invest in depending on your preference, depending on what you want to beef up. You can have masteries that are going to be powerful, but they are going to cost you units. These are some of the best things to invest in when you get involved, and that's when you reach a certain point where it doesn't cost gold anymore to get these proficiencies, offensive and defensive masteries up. It is going to cost you units, so you've got to be careful about your investment, and yeah, those units could go very fast if you are putting them in the wrong places. And one of the big things is, of course, being a gambly type game, you might find that your units are going into crystals. Don't do that. RNG is a bit of a stinker. But the Banquet Event which drops does give some chance to players to pick up something that could change your roster. as we said, you could pick up a 6-star or a 7-star for the very first time and find that that makes you more progress than you might not have imagined. But in any case, that has been 5 tips for a new player joining the game in these crucial months, November and December. And I wish you luck in your grind in MCOC, and come back in 2025 for some updated new player guides. I appreciate you. Check out some other content located on the screen, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.